You're listening to the True North Success Podcast. Real stories of personal, professional, and financial wins from Alberta's best. With your hosts, Gary Ma and Amy Kim.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today my special guest is William Lau. William is involved with international trade, logistics, and e-commerce between Canada and China. He has deep roots founded in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and is an advocate for bettering Edmonton's Chinatown as a sustainable neighborhood and is committed to a vision grounded in cultural vibrancy, inclusion, and affordability. He is active in politics and is also a successful real estate investor and entrepreneur. He is on a mission to making dreams come true. It is my pleasure to have William on the show today. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Gary. Thanks for having me.
So, William, I gave a quick overview of your success, but can you fill in the details of what you and your businesses are all about, who you serve, and how long you've been doing this for?
Sure, thanks. I joined, as we talk about successes, I'm a pretty regular guy, work my 9 to 5. I've been a part of the team at CAC Enterprises Group for about just over 6 years now.
Okay.
And as you mentioned, it's a trading and an export company. And when I consider the problems we're trying to solve, who we're trying to serve, we're trying to help Canada diversify our markets through the diversity of our communities. So leveraging Chinese Canadian communities to sell goods back to Asia. So been a part of this team now for 6 years. The operation here in Edmonton is CAC Metal Recycling, and I'd say it's one of Edmonton's fastest growing metal recycling facilities. Outside of that, I'm pretty focused on building community. I'm primarily place-based in Chinatown and building my family. My wife, Catherine, and I are expecting our first in February.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And spend a lot of my evenings and weekends on community projects and supporting friends and community members in Chinatown. Like a new affordable housing initiative that I'll share more about later as well.
Okay.
And then outside of that, building a bit of an e-commerce business that connects creativity, I think sustainability and social enterprise. And hopefully, as we talk more about passive streams and the importance of them, allow me to be able to spend more time with family.
So have you been traveling very much between Canada and China at all? I know you were doing that quite a bit previously.
Yeah. Previously, less so in this recent chapter. We're focused on the metal recycling operation compared to the others.
Okay.
So previously every year, it slowed down a bit since COVID. So
yeah. Right on. So in your businesses, like what really sets you apart from the competition?
When I think about my work, I don't consider there to be much competition. I think I consider that in a few ways. One is I think at CAC, I think our service offerings and how we provide service, we always look for niche areas where others aren't serving.
Okay.
So that's pretty unique. I think about my e-commerce in the same way, right? I've found products that are available in the US and abroad, but where there's pretty big gaps here. So I think a lot of my work, even in Chinatown work as well, it's less so about competition and more so about getting the word out and raising awareness.
Oh, that's quite interesting that you've picked a niche area in your e-commerce. So tell me more about your e-commerce.
Yeah, e-commerce. I started just about 2 years ago now. My wife and I were watching a Netflix documentary.
Okay.
It was listed top 10 viewed in Canada for a few weeks in a row.
Okay.
That documentary was called How to Build a Sex Room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's super quick watch too. 6 episodes, 1 series only for now.
Okay.
And watching through that 6 series, this docu-series, we found one piece of furniture that we thought was pretty unique.
Okay.
It was pretty vanilla is the word I'd use to describe it, but it looked super functional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and piqued our interest. So we started to
Mm-hmm.
look around the city. None of the brick and mortar stores had it.
Mm-hmm.
You'd order one at that time, ship it in from the US. It would take 4 to 6 weeks. And you'd have to, non-refundable, pay about 1,800 bucks.
Right.
And we're like, no, it's not sitting well with us. And with a documentary like that, that's top viewed in Canada for weeks on end. We're like, people must be looking for this here, and it wasn't available.
Okay.
Yeah, so we pulled up pretty quick on that. With my trade work, kind of knew where to go for manufacturers and
Yeah.
what to look for in quality assurance and logistics. So
Okay.
yeah, we got our first sample over here. It's in my room now, but the first sample here in maybe 2 months, and then
Yeah.
the trigger right away brought our first shipment in.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, and even
Uh,
since then, so
yeah.
about 2 years in,
Yeah.
not much marketing because
Okay.
because people are just looking for it, and when they look for it, there aren't many options. So.
Right. Yeah. So I mean that is really niche for sure, right?
Very
And
niche.
like you say, you really don't have competition in that arena.
Yeah,
It's
there's
fantastic.
a little bit here and there, but
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
such.
Oh, cool. What kind of tips or suggestions would you give someone who wants to be more successful? Like
Mhm.
how would what would you say?
First thing I would say, and something I think I've been blessed with over the years, is blessed with people around me that have really encouraged me to have some sort of definition for
Hmm.
what that success looks or feels like.
Right.
Right? Start to get a clear picture of what you actually want to work towards, what's most
Hmm.
important to you.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the more clarity you have around that, the easier it is to achieve. Right?
Right. Right. So
Mhm.
would you say that would be kind of like setting goals or knowing what you want type of thing?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then surround yourself with good people that can help you achieve it, like you.
Yeah.
You
Thank you. Thanks, well.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, with that kind of, setting goals and that, you must have come across some challenges through your career and that. How were you able to turn some of those challenges into like positives?
They always are.
Yeah,
Yeah, they always are. I think when you bring that up for me, right, things that come to
yeah,
mind would be even recently with, right, you were involved in this as well.
mm-hmm,
Um, right, had an offer on a place and right, things dragged on and the offer expired and someone else swooped in,
yeah,
put in a higher bid, beat myself up over it for a few weeks,
yeah,
right? But after I came to peace with it, I found so much more freedom in that. Found so much
right,
more freedom after spending, let's call it almost half a year,
yeah,
right? Hyper
yeah,
focused, and yeah, had clarity there. Hyper focused on one project, but after that, didn't come into fruition. I found so much freedom in saying, hey, like let's really explore um, max alignment. Because I
right,
know even with that project, there's something sexy about it that I liked, right?
right,
I
yeah,
I would second guess myself a little bit and ask myself if I was ready for the work, right?
right,
And I think
right,
if I grab myself more in on the clarity, not of like where I'm putting my money and what projects I'm working on, but the clarity of the lifestyle I want, I know
yeah.
I could find more passive um opportunities.
Right.
I
So
could
so I
more
think a
aligned
lot of
with
that
everything.
has to do with perhaps your attitude. Would you
Mm.
say having the right attitude makes a difference, like having a positive type of attitude
Oh yeah.
and maybe learning from that experience?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no white hairs yet. Right. Yeah, there's always more opportunity. Every challenge. I can't think of a challenge I've come across that hasn't been an opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
When recently, over the past year, the largest challenge that I have come across uh,
Hmm.
has been since marriage, right? So got married last year. You were there as well.
Okay. Yep.
And it was a couple months in when I was going through my goals one day with Catherine.
Yep.
I said, "Hey, like these are my updated goals," and asked her what she thought. And I remember her answer was pretty much like, "Oh yeah, no, it looks good to me." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like any of these interest you? Anything you want to work on together?" And she's like,
Hmm.
"No, sorry, your goals, not our goals."
Mm.
And that just like smacked me on the side of the head.
Right.
And it was such a great reminder that like as long as we've been together, we had a shared vision of sorts. We've already talked about where we wanted to be. We've
Yep.
broken that down into goals and worked on it that actively because I
Yep.
was quite consumed with my goals and my projects.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was really powerful. But I think if you keep an open mind and are open to also shifting and gaining clarity rather than
Hmm.
thinking really what your goals are. Every challenge is an opportunity. And that her bringing that up was such a great chance for us to really, we made our date nights for the next couple months just about that.
Nice.
And then just to sort out what we wanted our goals to look like.
Right, right, right. So each one of you have individual goals, and
Yeah.
then you've come together to create a
Shared
couple
goals
like
as well.
shared
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds like things are going really well for you. As a real estate investor, what are
Still
your
working.
thoughts? Sorry?
Still working.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on creating passive income to enhance or even replace active income?
Yeah. I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to, right?
What I want
Um,
to
want
what's
want to do that, like
okay.
the pathway, right, of starting to make passive investments that can supplement and replace, if you choose to, your active
Mm-hmm.
income, I think is for me has always been the dream over the past couple decades.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when it comes to that, it's just that there's a lot of tools out there,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it's not talked about enough,
Right.
perhaps, right? Folks might
Yeah.
have go-tos like like a financial advisor. Um, but yeah, I think there's especially in the space of real estate as well. Folks are so used to, I think about my own parents, right? Used to
Yep.
just, picking up another property and playing landlord and dealing with tenant.
Right. Right. Yeah.
That's
So
yeah, everyone has a sense of what passive investing looks like or what real estate
yeah.
investing looks like, and
Yeah.
yeah, and
So
yeah,
go
they
ahead.
folks got to keep their options open. Or
Yeah.
if they're not going to ask you, you got to call them.
So you really appreciate passive income. Is that right?
Are you asking me if I'm lazy?
No, 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 no.
I'm
Like
just
like
kidding. Of course
uh
I'm lazy.
yeah, like would you say passive what would passive income like if you were able to replace your active income completely with passive income, what would that mean to you?
Yeah, it would. I would be so much happier.
Yeah. I mean, really, would you say you'd have time freedom type
Yeah,
of thing?
100%. I'd be
100% to
fully the
really,
parent I'd want to be.
let's
Yeah,
say, do things that you would not be able to do where you could spend time
yeah,
in.
yeah. Which is really at the end of the day the most valuable thing, right?
Mm, absolutely. Yeah, because time is a non-renewable resource.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As we're wrapping up this interview, what kind of exciting plans do you have in the next 6 to 12 months?
6 to 12 months. Last night, Catherine and I just came up with a reading list. She
Hmm.
determined there's a bunch of things we should learn together. 100% agree.
Right on.
Before February. So I think fatherhood's at the top of the list of things to work on.
Yeah.
Um, and especially if we want to be prepared and yeah, we came up with a list of questions we got to answer together and make sure we're aligned on that. E-commerce is gonna take quite a bit of my thought and energy. As
Mm-hmm.
I want to um, keep scaling that up and make sure that's sustainable. It's already quite passive, so if I can
Mm-hmm.
double it and
Mm-hmm.
keep it passive, it'd be a great tool for me.
Right on. Right on.
Um, and then I'd say on the last thing I want to bring up is there's a Chinatown community housing initiative
Okay.
that we're trying to put some effort behind.
Do
Um,
you want to describe a little bit more about that, or do you want to do that in a different kind of forum?
yeah, I'll give you kind of the Coles notes here.
Okay.
I'd say in short, right, there's quite a bit of vacant lands
Mm-hmm.
in our Chinatown here. It's a place where we can often, work and play, but not too many living options.
Yep.
So we're just trying to get organized, trying to develop and shape our own community before we have to fight gentrification.
Right.
Because we'll be building, and whether
Yep.
they're building for us or against us, if we could put it that way. Um, might as well start growing our own capacity, right? So
Right.
I'm really looking at some missing middle kind of um, mixed use
Some opportunities.
builds, yeah.
Yep.
Um, and really looking at how we create ownership structures that can have perpetual affordability in these
Mm.
assets, right? Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Well, that wraps it up today. And thank you so much for sharing your insights and tips. It was a real pleasure to have you on the show today. And William, if people want to connect with you, what should they do?
Ask Gary for my number. But yeah, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, pretty easy to find me.
Right on. Right
Yeah.
on. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Gary.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Want to share your success story? Apply to be a guest at truenorthsuccessshow.com/guest. We'd love to hear from you.